These are the plaintiffs Michael and Rosemary Jaronczyk. They say the defendants towed their car from their driveway one day and in the process damaged their fence. Turns out the driver had an expired license, was really just the dispatcher who was filling in, and took off before the cops arrived because he was scared of the law. Bottom line, they want to be reimbursed for the damages in the amount of $575, and that's just what they're suing for today. These are the defendants, Jim, Arthur, and Robert Byrne. They say the gate and fence were already loose and damaged when they got there. They never hit anything with their truck and certainly don't owe the plaintiffs any money for something they didn't do. That's for darn sure. They're accused of being fenced in.
Thank you, Douglas. Michael and Rosemary Jaronczyk?
Jaronczyk.
Okay. You are suing Jim, Arthur, and Robert Byrne, doing business as Toy Barn Incorporated? Okay. For $575 in damages that you say you sustained when their tow truck came to pick up actually your car and, according to you, backed into your gate. Did you witness this?
I didn't, but my neighbor across the street did.
Okay. What happened?
Apparently, he was backing into the driveway to pick up
Was it one of the two of them or the owners?
Mr. Burns here to my left.
Okay. Who's Mr. Burns? Okay. Go ahead.
My witness had said that he saw him back into the gate and hit the fence.
Okay.
And he called me immediately to let me know what had happened.
Do you have a picture of it so I can see
Yes.
what we're talking about?
So he called me and said to me that the tow truck driver had just hit my fence. He said, get out there right away before he denies that it ever happened. So I was asleep. I woke up, I got out of bed, went out in my PJs, and I saw the tow truck driver attempting to put my car on the tow truck bed. I asked him how everything was going. He said everything was fine, and he continued to put the car up on the bed. After he finished with that, I said to him, what about the fence? Oh, he says, oh, the fence? Oh, I was going to tell you about that. He says, oh, that's nothing. He goes over to the fence. He goes, oh, it's nothing. This was so minor. And he starts to pull on the fence. He starts pulling physically on the fence. Look, I can put it right back in place. This is nothing. It's no big deal.
At the time, was it like obviously hit, or you just knew it had been hit and now it was going to be a problem?
No, you could tell that it was hit. You could tell that it was hit.
In these pictures, it's been straightened out and there's rocks holding on to it?
You could see that the cement, that was the cement that was holding the post, it had been cracked because where he had hit the...
I don't know, they look like rocks. They don't look like cement foundations.
It's cement.
Well, that's because it's busted
it's
cement.
up?
Busted. Well, he pushed, wrecked into the fence. It's a big, huge tow truck. And then after he did that, he physically started pulling on the fence, thinking that he could repair it.
Okay.
And I'm sure he caused further damage to it.
Okay.
So then after that...
I'm looking at the damage, right?
Yes.
I'm looking at the damage right now. It wasn't leaning anymore or leaning any less, or I'm looking at it. It's not been repaired in these pictures.
No, it was leaning before that. I have on my witness's statement that the driver actually hooked the post up to the winch on the tow truck and pulled it back up straight.
Okay. All right. What happened out there?
When I arrived to the house to receive a vehicle, I opened the gate, proceeded in. As I was going in, I saw the gate go down, but I also noticed before I even opened it that the gate itself was loose.
Oh,
as I went in...
who notices that? Come on.
No,
who notices that? Who is a tow truck driver and is worried about getting a car on, turns around and, that chain link fence looks a little loose to me. You say you noticed it fall because you hit it?
No, the vehicle did not hit the gate. As
so
I
it just
backed in,
fell as a coincidence as you're going through the driveway? Do you have a witness statement from your neighbor?
Yes, ma'am.
The gate itself started leaning like this. I stopped.
Just at that very precise moment that you're driving by it, the gate starts leaning.
As I backed in, I loaded up.
Come on, you don't even believe it, and you're his partner.
I'm telling the truth, Your Honor.
Please. So this is not a police matter, but did you call the police?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, okay.
And thank God I did.
Why?
Because I saw his driver's license when I asked him for the driver, because he was ready to leave. And as soon as I told him that the cops were coming, he was ready to leave. So I said, I need your driver's license. and he was upset that I asked for it, but he reluctantly gave it to me. Then said nothing. I was writing everything down, and I seen expiration date. It said 4/2010. So I said nothing to him because I said I'm not going to take this up with him. I waited for the police. He left. He took off before the police ever came. The police came. I gave them the report, and that was that.
Was your license expired?
Excuse me?
So do you believe a tow truck driver would notice like a loose fence as he drives in?
No, definitely. He's a tow truck driver. He's not.
I mean, is it that they're not observant, or it's just ridiculous to think they would do that?
Well, it'd be the last thing on their mind. All they're worried about is the car they're going to tow.
And making some money, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably dark. He's driving a big tow truck, 100 cars in one day. There's no way.
Okay. Going inside the courtroom.
Is your license
No, Your
expired?
Honor, my license is never...
Can I see your license?
Sure can.
Can I say something?
What's going on?
This is what he did. The way he's explaining it.
What is Jim Arthur's position in the company?
I own it.
You are
I
Jim
own-
Arthur?
yes,
You own it?
yes.
Mr. Byrne is a
He
dispatcher?
dispatches. He helps me out. He's a friend of
Got
mine.
it. Okay.
It was 7 o'clock in the morning. One of my main accounts needed this car picked up. We went over there to go pick the car up. I was not there. Bobby went there. He called me at 7 claiming that this Rosemary, he hit the fence.
Do you have, stop, this is a Florida driver's license.
Yeah.
Right.
You were towing a car where?
New York.
Okay, where's your New York driver's license?
I have 2 places of residency.
Where's your New York driver's license?
I have
Do
a
you have an
CDL.
expired New York driver's license? Don't
No.
make me get up and find out,
I
because
don't
I'll be
have
mad
an
if I get a
expired.
result.
No, I do
that-
not have an expired New York driver's license. That is my driver's license.
Okay, is
It
this
was
the
just-
driver's license you showed her that day?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Why would she draw the conclusion that your license expired in April?
I have no idea, Your
I
Honor.
have no idea.
You have no other license.
He's yelling at me, telling me my driver. I said, listen, my driver,
I have no
2019, I
idea.
Is
know.
he your driver or is he your dispatcher?
He's my dispatcher driver, my friend. You know
so
what I
he
mean?
drives-
works with
he
me.
also drives
He
a
does
tow
a little
truck.
everything for me.
Your
okay?
Honor, he also
Go on,
told...
stop. Go on.
Okay.
And she kept claiming that he had an expired. You don't check your drivers out? Well, of course I do. You know what I mean? I check everybody out that works with me.
Did you have your glasses
2000
on?
She,
Did you have your glasses on when you were
Of
looking at
course
his
so.
license? You have an estimate from your professional who says it's going to cost $575 to replace that door, as it were, that chain link door, and reset that. You have 2 estimates from your guys saying
Yes.
there's no damage. I think both of them say the cement needs resetting.
Yes. Both of them said that.
But then,
And out of good faith, I was going to have it done just because it's one of my main accounts. I don't want it.
you
know
really,
what
seriously, you don't think he hit this post?
I don't think he hit that post at all.
Are you
No.
kidding me?
And
He's
does it look like
describing
it?
how he noticed it was loose,
Not
and then
that
he
loose,
drives
not
by,
that was loose, not
and
that-
then it falls as he's driving by.
I-
What? Seriously, you don't look like a fool.
No.
So I'm trying to understand how you would think that any sane person would conclude anything, but he hit the post just like the neighbor says he hit the post. Just like the neighbor says he witnessed, called her immediately. She runs out at
Because
7 in
he
the
was
morning,
picking up the
and
fence.
nobody's just going to drive away with the car because he gets caught in the act. How could you really think that he didn't hit the post?
Does it look like that was? Does it really look like it was hit? I mean, I took
I'm
them
sorry,
at
but your
7:35.
own guys say that the cement needs resetting.
Yes.
Something causes cement to need resetting. An
Well,
impact
10-year-old
causes
fence.
cement.
They're saying from where
That
and
just
there. I mean,
cracked right there in the middle
Oh,
of
I
while
have
you
no
guys drove
idea.
by.
They got-
I got an idea.
What's
This is my job to have an idea.
Okay.
I got an idea. My idea is just like the neighbor says and picks up a phone at 7 in the morning to alert her, your guy hit the fence. I find it excruciatingly disturbing that instead of litigating damages, which is what this case should be about, this case should be about damages. Your guy should be hat in hand telling me, I made a mistake, it happens, I'm sorry, I hit the gate, but there's not the damage. They're trying to make put your hand down. They're trying to make a bonanza out of it. It's not fair. It's really just a $100 repair. This is what this case should be about. Instead, it's, I never hit that gate. It was leaning. And as I noticed it was leaning as I came in to do my job. And then as I'm leaving, I see, wait, I'm going to quote, because I don't want to put words in his mouth. I'm going to quote from his answer to the complaint. Hold on. When I looked in my rearview mirror, I noticed one of the posts from the gate was leaning. I went over and I saw the concrete had broken, and the weight of the gate pulled the post over. But I never touched the gate with my car.
But Your Honor,
come on.
may I?
Yeah, I live for the moment. In my home, we speak of little else than what you're going to say right now.
Your Honor, when I open that gate, there's 2 hinges. both of them, you could take the nuts and bolts, say, well,
Why do you suppose the
when I
neighbor calls her
swung
at 7 in the morning to say, oh my God, this guy just hit your gate?
I didn't even see this person.
But why do you suppose the neighbor would call and say that? There's an affidavit from the neighbor. Why do you suppose the neighbor would call and say that? Why? Give me a theory. I want to buy your theory. I'm ready to subscribe to your newsletter. Let me read it. Give me an idea why a neighbor would call at 7 in the morning to say, oh my God, this guy's gonna just hit your gate. Get out there, the guy hit your gate. Why would a neighbor do that?
I have no idea why the neighbor would say that, Your Honor.
Maybe it's because you hit the gate.
I wrestled it to open it, just so I can get in the driveway. But also, Your Honor, she made statements, in my defense, she made statements that she said I wasn't going to tell her. I did tell her when she came out.
She says you didn't.
I most certainly did.
She says that you didn't, that it wasn't until she brought it up that you said, oh, I was going to tell you that.
That is not true, Your Honor. Before I even had the car loaded up, she came out, and I said, look, I will take care of the fence on my way out.
You were going to tell her what? Because you didn't hit the fence, so what were you going to tell her?
No, Your Honor.
Bing.
No, Your Honor, in defense, I'm trying to explain this.
I know. Try to explain what it is you were going to tell her, what bad sin you were going to confess to that you didn't commit.
When I pulled out, she came up to me and said, you hit my gate. I says, I didn't.
You were going to tell her what? You didn't hit the gate. So what were you going to tell her?
I would fix whatever she thinks I did in damage to close it back up because I had to wrestle it to get it back closed again, which the hinge was loose. This is my defense. The hinge was loose on the fence. The post around.
But he was going to tell her of the sin. He was going to confess the sin he didn't commit.
I didn't do it, Your Honor. I did not hit that fence.
Are you uncomfortable right now?
Am I uncomfortable?
No, not you. You're not capable of feeling discomfort, but I think you are. Are you uncomfortable right now?
No, I'm all right. I just taking it all in.
Okay. Okay. $575. Verdict for the plaintiff.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, despite all the protestations of your innocence, you come out on the losing end of the case. So step up and tell me what's your reaction to this outcome.
No comment. I mean, just was wrong.
You're going to be going this way. It's the other way. So what do you think? What do you think that the neighbor saw? Here, come on here and turn around and face the other direction. Come on. Come on, turn around.
If the neighbor
what do you think the neighbor saw?
I have no idea what the neighbor saw, other than me opening the gate.
Maybe just
and wrestling with it.
Maybe you're saying
when she spoke to me, that was it.
Right. So you think the neighbor may have mistook him wrestling with the gate for having had impacted the gate? So you're just a victim of circumstance.
That's how I feel, Your Honor.
All right.
Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Head right down that way. All right. All right. Step right in here. That was the curly defense from the Three Stooges, a victim of circumstance. But
Absolutely.
You didn't see the actual impact either.
No,
Your
my neighbor
actually
did.
saw the
everything.
truck hit the.
Exactly. Yes.
Boy, and you're saying he's just standing up there, just the L word.
Yes.
Really?
Absolutely. Yes.
All right. So you have your money. You're gonna what? Did you get the fence fixed yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
All right. You get the fence fixed now and everything's
Yes,
cool?
we will.
Will you ever use them again for towing services?
Never.
Harvey.
You know, it's funny because evidence is so important in court cases, but common sense is an incredibly powerful weapon when you try to prove your case, and that's the case here. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.